everybody. Welcome to
the
mess
hall. We're back again. Look at that.
Yay.
Look, 3 weeks in a row. It's almost
Happy
like we're doing
Valentine's
it again.
Day.
Oh, yeah, look at us. Just two happy Valentinesers.
We're spending it here
together
with
I
each
think that's
other and
important.
Mike.
A lot of people don't know this, but we record on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. So when most people should be on dates right now, we are here alone together. And I think that's okay. I'm okay with that.
There's a dog downstairs, and that was like the highlight of my day.
That's your Valentine? That was my Valentine's Day present to you. I made sure a dog was here so you wouldn't off yourself tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he like kissed me, and everything is everything I could have hoped for.
Look at that. It's a Roddy Poo. It's a visitor to my house, and it is causing so much drama. It's breaking every fucking thing. It knocked off a big picture, a thing I've had since high school, like framed, like an old band photo thing, and went down. It's chasing after every cat in the house. I've got 2 cats, and they're terrified. They just go into hiding, and then and it has no spatial self-awareness at all. It's absurd, and it also is. It's turned my cats into victim, like they're fucking terrified. So every time I go to like touch my cat, they like swat me. My cat ripped my hand open yesterday because it was like hiding between a couch and a thing. I was like, "Oh, get out of there, baby! Come on, get out!" And I reach in, it was like, and it's like they're freaking out, man. They're done.
This dog, having this
like
dog is like having. It's kind of like having a girlfriend in the house, like one of your exes. It's chaos, turning you into a victim,
No,
I feel like you've had some aggressive, you have stalkers and stuff. I feel like you've had some crazy girlfriends.
Yeah, some of them for sure. For sure, definitely some. And we won't get too much into that. But
so the dog is doing it for me and for you, kind of, if you think of a silver lining.
No, this dog is driving me insane. It's cute, and you know what? It also will not get off the bed. You can't get it to move. Like you'll sit there, you'll get on the bed, and then it'll just. It's pitch black dog, by the way. Its eyes are black. It's so crazy. It's just all black with a couple little. It's a Roddy Poo, so it's like, but it's Rottweiler color, so it's brown and black, and then it. Jumps onto the bed in the middle of the night, but not just like, oh, it's getting on the bed. It literally jumps onto you and then will like sit on your head. Like it wants to lay with you. It's doing it in good spirits, right? Like
you're saying it in bad spirits.
It's horrible.
And what you're describing to me sounds like the best night ever.
I already have night terrors. So when I wake up in the middle of the night for 1 second and then all of a sudden this fucking 100-pound creature's like, "Rah!" And it jumps on me. I'm like, holy shit. Like it's made me jump like that in the middle of the night like 5 times.
It's like a weighted blanket that also loves you.
No, it's not. And plus it stinks. It's leaving hair everywhere. I like it, but it's a temporary resident at the old Youngblood house, I think. Unless something changes. If he was cool with the cats, then I'd be down, but I don't think so.
Well, my person is just out of town, but as the married person on this show, I just want to say, like, even if he was here, Valentine's, for those of you that don't know, for those of you that are also, mostly single on Valentine's Day in your adulthood, Valentine's Day is not the day to go out. It's the worst. I worked in the service industry forever. It's like the absolute worst day for you to go out and expect good service or good food or anything.
I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. I don't do it. I've gotten out of it for the last few years, which I don't know if it's... I often wonder if it's fucked of me for the last few people that I've dated to go, hey, I just don't do Valentine's Day. I have a good reason, I feel like.
Well, now you have to share with the team.
I'm going to get there. All right. So when I was married, the day we got separated was Valentine's Day, right? And it was because, we'd been going through the motions for a long time, which is not fun. When you're divorced, everyone knows that feeling. Like for the last few months, in this case, the last 2 years of 3, But we were going through the motions, and I was like, ugh, went into this like weird zombie mode. And that's what I called it. It's just when you're like getting through and just being docile so you don't fight, so you don't argue. Very sad shit. And
sorry, that sucks.
That's okay. This is a different time. Anyways, so Valentine's Day comes, and I was like, all right, well, let's get the roses, let's get the chocolates, let's plan a dinner, and I do all those things. And then I go home, and I'm like, hey, happy Valentine's Day. And I give her that stuff. And then she gives me this collage thing she made, which looks like a fucking second grader made it. It was pretty bad.
That's adorable. That's sentimental.
Okay, well, it is. If she had Down syndrome and she made an art project, I'd be like, that's beautiful. You did a good job.
Stop marrying idiots.
So she made this. There's no way she listens to my shit.
Just kidding. I love you, girl.
But she made this collage, and it wasn't that bad. It was fine. But we were so unhappy at that point. I remember, like, when we exchanged gifts, it was, like, so fake. And I remember right at the end of exchanging gifts, I was like, you don't want to do this anymore either, do you? Like, what are we doing here? This is all fake.
Damn.
We're all just, I can't do it anymore. You can't do it, right? I'm going to go, and then you can decide what you want to do. And I left. And then she went and lived with her mom and her dad for a little bit. And I took over the house for a while until we got rid of that. And so that was Valentine's Day. And then a year later was when the official, that was a very sad day for everybody. I was sad. I wasn't happy about it. You know what I mean? It was just, you can only do so much.
It's the end of an era. But
yeah.
Doing those romantic things led you to making a finally decisive action.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. I didn't want to fake it. But the funny thing is, to me, is that was one of the saddest days I remember, right? Because it wasn't just like her. It was a lot of, I was young, 25 years old, getting divorced.
Baby.
Right? And I was like 25 and divorced with a kid. Nobody will ever want to be with me. I'm going to be alone forever, which... Still alone, so.
First of all, no.
I get
plenty of girls into you. It's way. I was gonna say harder for women. I would imagine it's hard for her.
Yeah, I imagine. Well, she's married, so is it harder for her? I don't know. She's married now.
Too.
So, but that was an incredibly sad day. Fast forward 1 year later, in Texas, it takes you just about a full year to file for divorce and get approved, and so. Not approved. I mean, they approve it all. I think. I don't think judges ever go, "This is denied. You guys have to stay together." Does that happen? That's crazy. But my divorce officially went through the following year on February 14th, Valentine's Day. So the next year, I was like partying with my friends, like divorce party, so it was like Anyway, so Valentine's Day means something different.
It makes me think of when we in tandem said the end of Braveheart together. We should say it together right now. Ready?
Freedom?
3, 2, 1.
Or what?
Freedom!
Divorce! See, I didn't know what you were... I'm not sure. See,
you don't remember that?
I do remember freedom.
I feel like that is a beautiful thing, though. That's what you described as just a sad thing about Valentine's Day is actually like... First of all, you did a really hard and brave thing that you said what you guys had been thinking for a long time. So kudos to you. I'm really proud of you. That's amazing.
And also throwing it out there, she wasn't that bad. I was, making fun of her.
No, but I'm saying kudos to you for like...
It wasn't for me.
Even if it's not that bad, if you're a zombie mode going through the motions, it's really brave what you did. And then also...
It only took me 2 years.
A year after that, you felt such a different... less sad feeling with your friends. And so like I think now when you meet someone who's cool, you should take the opportunity to make an even better memory on Valentine's Day. So maybe instead of not celebrating it, like I don't, because I think it's a dumb day that's annoying and you should surprise me on random days. I did ask for a gift, but that's separate. Not a gift on Valentine's Day.
Don't you dare celebrate Valentine's Day with me. I want a surprise. Yours is worse for some reason.
Hold on. By the way, the gift that I asked
What'd
for,
you get him?
I don't care about monetary things. He said he doesn't want anything. He's very frugal, and he hates when I buy him stuff and he gets angry.
But you want something.
Well, what I want is it's free. and it's very specific to who I am as a person.
Head.
Oh, no, actually, well, I won't go into that.
What?
When I feel more comfortable with our podcast listeners, I'll go into it. No.
So never.
I asked to pick his, like, zits, as many as I want for as long as I want. That's the gift that I asked for. That
he doesn't
is
like when you
being
do it.
together for 17
He doesn't
years.
like when you do that.
No, you guys men are babies. You're so sensitive. He's like,
Or we just like our bodies to be our temples, and we like to do it ourselves.
it is so satisfying. This is a woman. This is not just a Jamie
This is a
thing.
sacred
I have
thing
done.
right here.
I have done like
Sacred.
a. No,
It's like the Buddha.
You
It's
guys-
just same shape.
It's not about that. You guys are so wimpy when it
Same
comes
with
to
the
pain.
podcast. That's his old
Every
screen name.
girl
I
I've
think.
ever dated has done the same thing.
Yes, I have literally done like
Yeah.
focus groups of women.
They all do it.
The ingrown hairs, the pics. This is a free thing I'm asking for. I'm not high maintenance. I just want to have. It's a very intimate thing. I want you to trust me to do this and let me do it for as long as I want. Once a year.
I get it.
It's not asking for too much.
No, it is. It is. You know what I did? One time, this girl, she would always do that to me. And it doesn't bother me all that much. But then one day I go, let me pluck your nipple hair. And then I plucked her nipple hair. And I have enough OCD where it was like, I liked it. But I do get why it's weird. And she hated that I even ever brought it up.
How long had you been hanging out?
I mean, we had been dating for a long time at that point.
Okay.
It wasn't
I was
just like
it's got to be.
It wasn't. I'm not talking the first time we hook up and I go, look at that. Like we had been together for a. Because I think that she didn't. Also, she wasn't like werewolf titties. It was just like she's Hispanic, so she had a couple fucking.
I told you.
Couple antennas popping out.
I mentioned the rumor that was around junior high about me because I went to a Halloween party at my friend's house in Park City, and her gross little brother was looking through the window when I was showering, and then told everyone I had nipple hair, and
You do.
literally, I mean, some blondes, they're like tiny, and he went around and told everyone. And by the way, I was like 14. Think about that.
Mature for your age.
Gross. Gross. Oh, love.
Good stuff.
I met Jeremy on MySpace. So
Wow,
that's
where you met your boyfriend?
So
Your husband?
Can I?
That's what you call him?
Actually, I kind of want to show it, but I feel like he'd be upset. So you just vamp. But I want to show this picture of Jeremy, the picture that drew me to him.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send it to him and post it so everyone can see it.
Yeah, I'll send it. Maybe I won't pull it out now.
I got to see
I,
it.
Can
Yeah,
I show it
me.
to you?
Show me. We'll get a live reaction. Send it to him. We'll show it up for all the viewers. We'll throw it on the Patreon.
So this guy was super.
Maybe we can put a little graphic since it's Valentine's Day. You could draw a heart and a.
I want you
I
to
don't know how
remember
things work.
this was like early 2000s and what was cool then. So he had the bleach tips. He had the puka shells. I think he was on a spring break trip. It's bad.
The puka shells.
Oh yeah, dude.
But he was the only person on MySpace who wasn't we went to ASU, which is a big party school, and he wasn't a DJ. He wasn't a personal trainer. No offense to the DJs and
wasn't
personal
cool.
trainers out there. He was a total nerd. I remember
Let's
he
see
had a
the
group
photo.
called Rise of Reason.
What is that?
It was like some political discourse, like salons, like basically like meetings
okay.
that he ran at
Rise
a website.
of Reason, huh?
Yes, this is what I was attracted to. But tell about
Puka
how you
shells.
tell
That's
about how
wild.
you met the
No,
wife
there's no
because you
puka
were
shells
young.
in heaven.
There was no dating apps back
I met her at a party, and you know what?
then. What was the line?
I didn't fucking anything. I don't know. I was probably shitting on somebody. Back in the day, I was meaner than most, and I don't like.
Back in the day,
I hold it in now.
it shows all over your face. Do you know
Well,
that?
we're friends, so we're fucking around. So this doesn't count. I wouldn't just be mean to a stranger. In my early 20s, if you fucking dressed funny, I was picking on you because I was young and stupid and I was insecure. And so all those people who think I was mean in my early 20s, just know that I was way meaner to myself than I ever was to you. And I'm sorry.
But do you also think
We switched cameras right when I said I'm sorry, so that's.
Say I'm sorry again into
Nope,
the camera.
you'll
We'll
get
use
one.
It for a lot of
They
drops.
missed it, and honestly, I think that's good. I don't think they deserve an apology. Maybe.
So I do think it's also messed up though to like not be able to gossip or to act like you're too good for gossip. I remember meeting a new group of girlfriends in Houston when I first moved down here. We were all sitting out at an outdoor bar, and we were watching a couple that was clearly on a first date. And when the girl showed up, she was extremely done up, and she had those booty shorts where half of your ass is hanging out the bottom. Okay. And all the girls at this table were talking shit on this girl. And she got up to go to the bathroom, and I was like, oh, come. I was like, she has an amazing body. If you've got it, flaunt it. Like, I was just trying to show myself as, like, open and supportive of other women. And what I did was, like, ruin the fun of these girls just, like, innocently gossiping. And she couldn't hear us. Like, innocently gossiping with each other. So I'm like, what
is that innocent?
Everybody gossips. We don't know this person. This isn't a friend. This is just like, we're observing a first date. It was funny. And then I acted kind of high and mighty. Like, they were gossiping. And I was like, we should just support other women. And then, and it was like, I don't know what's better. Like, I think it's okay. I think it's natural in human nature to think things. No, I think
it's fucked up to just talk shit to people all the time.
I do it sometimes. If you're not hurting them and they'll never hear it. Like, we didn't know this girl from, whatever. She was a stranger. Yeah, and she couldn't hear us. We were just talking amongst ourselves. I don't know.
I remember in high school, we had this guy named Josh Frank. I don't know if he deserves to be crawled out, but whatever, doesn't matter.
You love saying people's full names too. Do you
know you do that? I don't talk to this guy anymore. He won't even fucking recognize me on the street. I don't think I'd recognize him. It doesn't matter. But when we were in like 8th grade, God, we were so fucking cruel. Everyone was. But we had like a dude's table, there was a girl's table. We kind of kept it separate at lunch, and we'd all fuck around. And this poor girl named Brittany, I don't remember her last name, and I'll leave it out. And this is why. She's wearing a skirt, and she bent over. And then Josh noticed that she had a big old poop streak on her panties. No. And he goes, everybody look, she's got shit on her panties. And everyone's like, oh, God, she's got shit on her panties. And then everyone fucking picked on this girl for 2 years, I feel like. The poor girl. I feel so bad about it. And that's when I started to realize, hey, man, maybe we shouldn't all talk shit all the time. That sucks. I felt so bad for that.
That is completely different from what I just said, because that is...
Yeah, it's a guy... It's somebody calling them out to their...
Loudly to everyone about something so personal. Yeah. That is wild. But, oh, man, if I'm just playing devil's advocate, I will say I still think there's actually bullying and shit, even though everybody's anti-bullying now.
Also,
it's worse with the internet. But I do think some of the bullying that people experience, including myself, like, it makes you, like the more hate I get, for example, on myself online with comedy stuff or with podcast stuff or with my physical appearance or whatever, the more I give fewer shits. It, like, does make you stronger. Not when you're 8 years old and you have a shit
stain. Isn't there a song? It's like,
but, I mean, yeah, I get it's cheesy, but it is true.
Yeah, I don't know what song I'm trying to sing, but in my head, there's a song that's like, what doesn't kill us make us stronger? The hate us better.
It's exactly how
I don't know how it goes at all.
Wait, hold on. Now
What song is this? Is there a song about haters? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It's Kelly Clarkson.
I don't know. I wasn't singing Kelly Clarkson, but all right, sure. Maybe I was.
I feel like it is. Okay, so do you not think that there is a place for, like, I remember watching, there was one season, like, 7 years ago where I made Jeremy watch The Bachelor with me to the point where he actually got, like, invested in some of the characters.
Poor Jeremy.
And there was this girl named Emily Maynard, I want to say. Beautiful Southern girl, like, sweet as pie, just, like, nice to everyone all the time, living in a house with other women dating the same man as her. That's very difficult to do. Sweet as hell. And I really respected that, and I respected her. And I remember at some point turning to Jeremy and being like, I will never be that nice. I believe I'm kind-hearted. I believe I'm a good person. I believe I want the best for people, but I will never be like that woman.
But this was a game show. This was like that's different.
Maybe she was portraying herself that way, but it seemed like natural. And this was like before it was as popular and people were as calculated with their brand and shit. It just seemed like her personality. And I just think it's like, I think it's good to have some kind of like edge, or it seems like you're not in reality, if you're just like constantly like, I love everyone, I never joke about anything, I take, like, it just seems a little, when people are very sweet, and maybe this is my own like fucked up nihilism, but it seems disingenuous. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to be over the top nice. I'm just saying I personally, I hate 99% of you, of not just you, I don't hate 99% of you. I meant you as the people of the world.
I understood.
Yeah,
Thank you for clarifying, though.
I only hate about 70% of you.
You like me more, more than most.
No. I like you. Yeah. I know. I get fed up with people very easily, but I won't be mean to them. I'll just stop.
You also get fed up with yourself very easily.
Yeah. No,
I am
harder on myself than I am on anybody else. I promise you that.
You have resting bitch face.
I do have that, and that's just a fact.
I also have that.
Well, yeah, but you
really don't.
You look like you are like, you look like you're a bitch. Like I'm a bitch, like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have resting bitch face. I have resting bitch face. You get what I'm saying?
You still went like that when you said yours.
I know. I don't know. But I don't know if my hand is helping get off the point that I'm trying to say. I just look angry all the time. You look like people would be cautious approaching you because you might have some money and you might be kind of a bitch.
You have resting bitch face in the same way that like Megan Fox has resting bitch
there
face.
You go. Yeah. And your fucking thumbs are stupid.
You hear me?
Boom!
You hear me talk. I think people that don't hear me talk don't feel that. Once you hear me talk, then you realize I'm not pissed. But my face is usually, like when I'm going about my day, just doing the shit that I do, my face is like, let me see if I can do it. My face is like this. Wait, hold on. Now I want to laugh. All I want to do is laugh. My face is like this.
Yeah, that looks.
I feel like you're trying to make that face right now.
Yeah.
Am I really? Well, I
gotta be honest. That was the hottest I've ever found you attractive. Right now, that's the most. Right now, that's the hottest I've ever seen.
You really hate anger, or you love anger. I mean.
Well, I think I just, I think I can bond with angry people easier.
It's why that hot girl that we both know, that I won't say her name on the podcast, I think that's why you're into her. She's got a little bit of like.
Well, I wouldn't say into her, but I would say.
We're both. I mean that in the most lighthearted way. Relax.
No, but
I'm into her.
Well, one time I made her cry.
She's young. So.
Yeah. No, she's good people, but since we're not saying who it is, this is a good one. One time we were hanging out. This is the first. First of all, this is the first time I had ever met this person, right? And we're good buddies now. And I often bring up this first time as well. We're hanging out with some friends. Me. My two friends, Sean's. I got the Sean's is what I call them. I got two friends. They're both named Sean. Hang out with them all the time. They're called the Sean's. Don't want to bore you guys too much. My name's Andrew. They're Sean's. We go by Sass. It's a whole thing. Nobody likes it but me.
Men are so dumb.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm the only one who calls us Sass. Everyone, they just roll their eyes when I tell people that we're called Sass. So, anyways, it doesn't matter. We're hanging out. We are hanging out with a friend that has cancer, and it doesn't look good. And we're all having some drinks and hanging out. Now, that girl comes in for the first time. Never met her before. She says hi she's friends with the Sean. She says hi to them. And then she says hi to me. I go, hey. And then she says hi to the guy with cancer. And they have never met before. And the first thing she says is, you look sick. What are you, dying of cancer?
No.
And then I go, yeah, you asshole. And then fucking she starts crying. And then I go, I've never seen an Asian cry before, just because I hadn't. And then she continued to cry, and that was fun.
If you guys were cool and he was cool, you would have laughed so fucking hard at that.
I was dying laughing. I was dying. We were all dying laughing. This was,
and I'm
she
sure
was
for
crying,
him, he
but
was probably
we were all
laughing.
dying laughing.
Was he laughing?
She was the one crying. We were all laughing.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that was so funny. And I gotta be honest, I don't think I let her let that down. I still every once in a while go, remember that time that you fucking called out that guy for dying?
Yeah, if I was her, I would have cried too. But if I was anyone else, I would have laughed. That's fucking
And
hilarious.
so, what are the odds?
It's
what
so.
are the odds?
It's perfect.
Oh, so good.
So an organic moment like that where someone isn't trying to be funny and then that happens is the best.
Oh man, it was the best.
It is the absolute best.
It
And
was
I
the
love
best.
that you still give her shit about it.
Still.
That's amazing. I kind of want to. Can I do that next time I'm picking up food or something?
Yeah, she probably will take. She'll be like, "What?" And then you'll have to be like, "Andrew told me this story," and then she'll be like, "Oh, that piece of shit."
I think I can.
Anyways,
where
it'll
she'll
be
get
fun.
it.
Yeah, I love when something like that happens. I love when someone puts their foot in their mouth. I was hanging out with those same two guys the other day, and another friend who I will go by, I'll just say is his name. And so one of those friends of mine, he's dating a girl. She comes up to me. She goes, "Oh, Andrew, I got to tell you something great." And I go, "What? What's up?" And then she goes, "I met this guy that knows you." And I go, "Oh, cool." Yeah, she goes, "It's a comic or something." I go, "Oh, what's he look like?" She goes, "I don't know, short, dweeby, glasses, curly hair. I don't really know. I can't remember exactly." But she followed me. He followed me, and then he goes, "Oh, you're friends with Andrew. I love Andrew." And then he goes, "Oh, you're friends with I fucking hate that guy. I hate And then she goes, "Well, kind of got a thing going on with right now, so I'm going to unfollow you." Because they're like kind of seeing each other, you know? Maybe we just blur the names out now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it was like, that is detailed.
Blurp the names out.
Everyone knows who your friends
Yeah,
are.
we'll blurp that out. Blurp the names. So, anyways, doesn't matter. No one listens to this. So this is when it gets good. And she goes, "I deleted him." I go, "Oh my man, who is this? I wish I could figure it out." And she goes, it's at comedy something Houston." And I go,
"Oh no.
Oh shit. And it's Eddie, the guy sitting right next to us, who's sitting next to Sean, who just said he hated his fucking guts. And they're just sitting there next to each other. And I am like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Amazing.
Oh, it was
What are the odds?
good. It was so good.
I will tell you off the podcast why I love that extra.
Yeah. Well, we'll put it on the Patreon.
That
maybe.
is so
I'm
good.
gonna die. Let's do a mess of the week. We got to make this a short one.
Oh
this
yeah,
week.
mess of the week.
We got it. We got a video. We got what do we got? Is it always a video? Have we decided?
I mean, it's your podcast.
You can do whatever you want. You're the.
It's a Valentine's Day mess of the week.
Ooh.
Spectacular.
Ooh, man, I don't give a shit about Valentine's Day, but I do like eating good food. I did have some Italian last night in honor of Valentine's today.
You want to know what I get at? This is just separate. You want to know what I get at?
You can talk it into the microphone unless it's like drugs.
At Graffiti Raw. I bet I could get drugs.
Yeah.
But crispy rice and tuna.
That doesn't sound great.
Oh my god, the tuna tartare. It's like, I can't tell you, they put this like sesame chili oil on it and little jalapeno. It's just delicious. And then it's also simple, but it's so good. And then cucumbers and avocado that comes with this like chive, like whipped chive creme fraiche. It's so light, it's so delicious. But I remember the first time I ordered that crispy rice and tuna, that's why it's ridiculous and I'm a little embarrassed I go there and don't want to say it out loud on the podcast. But like, I was like, oh, $14. Like, how many pieces of the crispy rice and tuna come in an order?
What's wrong with that? One. Wow. That's
Fucking
really nice
one.
there, huh?
Fucking one.
I had no idea it was so nice at that restaurant. I didn't know it was a nice restaurant. I should have known.
order 3 of them just to feel somewhat full.
That's wild.
And I still don't feel full.
Well, yeah, that's too much money.
It's
36 for 3 pieces?
For 3 pieces and the cucumbers on avocado, and I'm still hungry.
That's pretty wild.
But
wild.
it's fucking delicious.
We
should go hang out with her. And she's a total fucking babe.
I spent all weekend eating crawfish. Spicy crawfish. I've been shitting my asshole out ever since this. I took Mark to go.
San Antonio?
No, here in Houston. Houston's known for their crawfish. How do you not know this?
Because I hate crawfish.
Absurd. What if it was out? What if you didn't have to peel it? what if it was like already pre-peeled?
Where you don't have to suck the head off of it like people
Exactly.
do.
Like I had crawfish in fried rice. I had crawfish fried rice, and that was awesome. That was killer. I had crawfish and noodle, and then we had, you get the what's the crawfish mix that they do here? It's Cajun and Vietnamese, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Anyways, it's fucking delicious. But
Etouffee?
no. It's just a spice. I think it's like a Vietnamese crawfish
yeah.
mix. It was on Ugly Delicious and a couple other things.
Vietnamese,
From what
place?
they're really good at crawfish because there's a lot of them there.
Yeah, it's fucking killer, dude, and it's awesome. And
that was the picture.
about time we all forgot about that.
Yeah,
Let's see, pass it along.
That was the picture that
This picture has to be sent and posted.
So
God. This guy's a fucking dork.
I know. I literally never friended anyone I didn't know. And I remember I friended him and a guy that looked like him on MySpace.
And you would have married either one of them.
And the other guy died of a heroin overdose. I'm not kidding.
Wow. Well, then you're like, I guess I have
the right choice.
I have to fucking marry this fuck.
But it's pretty nerdy. And if you like...
he looks fine. He's cute.
Yeah, it's a good photo, but he looks a little douchey. And
nah, it's not that bad. I think you made it seem like, all right.
This one's worse. All the old ones are pretty bad.
Well, we're going to post a couple of them and put little hearts all over it. All right. Let's see here.
He's cute.
What do we got?
I'm not sure if this is the same one that you were talking about, but this one is pretty ridiculous.
I think it's that third. I think it's that one, right?
I forget which one is worse, but one of them she's spanking her own ass with that trident, and the top falls off, and you can see her fucking.
Oh, we can't hear it. Do we need to hear it?
Not really.
Probably. Oh, that's fine. No, it's good. You turn it down in the mixer if you wanted.
This woman has millions of dollars, and she's wearing like a pleather play suit.
Just a costume.
Holding a plastic trident. You can see her. She could get the best production in the world. You can see her tripod thing.
Did she turn off the? She turned off the comments. Good for her.
She started turning off the comments because
has she posted 7 times today? Don't tell me that she posted this for Valentine's Day, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. God.
They're fully nude ones too, where she's just
really?
like.
She's not looking great anymore, and that sucks. I don't like that I said that. She's looking great for her age. How old is she? My age? Oh, she's older than me.
I mean, her body
Let's
is.
see, when I was 11, she was 17, so she's about 42.
All right. She looks good for 42.
Yeah, the body is good, but like
something with the eyes that look fucking scary.
She looks sad and dead inside.
I love the craziness. I'm not even gonna lie.
You're into this. You're into.
Well, this was my sexual awakening. Was her?
Oh, okay. I don't like the blonde.
I had the poster.
Everybody was Britney, but Christina Aguilera was at the same time and way more talented vocally. But I guess you guys weren't worried about that.
Yeah. No, I thought Christina Aguilera was hotter because she looked way more whorish.
Yeah, when Dirty came out.
Yeah.
That video was amazing.
As a kid, she
it's just like
definitely...
random people walking around in the background.
Well, that's her husband and then the dog, probably.
Nah, they split up.
Oh, come on.
Like
well, Mike, you got a chance.
Yeah, I got a chance.
But not great angles. You think she could have a photographer
or someone to wipe the makeup off from underneath her eyes.
See, I don't know what was she doing there when she's pulling. She's like, you want to see almost my vagina?
But you know what? If she had better production and didn't look crazy, would it still get the same amount of views?
Yeah, I mean, I wonder sometimes if this
horny.
is like
and people like to watch train
wrecks.
wrecks.
She's doing.
Yeah, people like to watch.
Yeah, do you think she's doing this and knowing the fact that it's a train wreck, or she's like, no, I got this? Well, people are just gonna hate because I'm the best.
She had a memoir come out, right?
Yeah, you remember the whole Free Britney movement, right?
Yeah.
Like, does there need to be another movement that's like lock her back up?
I literally posted that on my Instagram multiple times after. I was like, we need to give her back to the care of her father. This is insane.
Well, I don't know, but maybe get us.
I mean, she's doing all right. She's not hurting herself.
Yeah, she's.
Do we know that? Where are her boys? I never see them.
I thought they lived with Federline.
I didn't even know she had kids. You guys know too much about celebrities.
She said, well, back when they first divorced, she had to pay so much in child support because she was, proved to be unfit or whatever.
Good for Kevin.
Yeah, so he was getting like
Kevin's
$5
rich,
million
dude.
a year in child support.
Damn, dude. Well, what's Kevin up to now? What is Kevin Federline's
He's
net worth?
also looking.
Let's look at that shit right now. What's Kevin
if we're
Federline's
judging
net worth?
people on their physical appearance and aging, he's looking rough.
Oh yeah, let's look at the Fetterman.
But this is what happens to child stars. This is the typical, like, I mean, this is that. It's just.
I guess.
Yeah, you can't just put in Fed.
I put K-Fed. I put K-Fed.
Yeah.
Federline.
I'm excited. What do you think? Well, I'm guessing. Ooh,
We're guessing his net worth.
Oh yeah, I'm betting 20 mil.
I'm guessing $27.53.
I'm gonna say
$27.53.
I'm gonna say $8.2 million.
Okay. These things are never fucking right. Go back up top. Celebrity net worth.
This one says $6 million. This one says $10 million. This one says $1.5 million.
Well, we were all wrong.
Yeah.
I think 1.5 is probably closer to the truth.
Which is awesome.
Did you ever see where Ocho Cinco is on that podcast and he's like talking about his net worth and he said, oh, they say my net worth is $2 million, and he pulls out his bank. Like, it pulls up his bank app, and he has more than $2 million in cash in the bank. Like,
yeah.
He's like, these things are totally wrong.
Yeah, they're totally wrong, and that doesn't count anything. You know, my net worth is fucking $6 right now, so I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I got more. I got a house. I got things. I got car. But car is not really much for your net worth. But
I own nothing, and every month
awesome?
I owe so much in legal fees you don't even understand. It is terrifying.
You need to stop
Do you
going
guys
near those children.
You guys remember the show Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire?
No.
There was a show Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire, and Darva Conger won the show, and then afterwards she's like, this man isn't a millionaire. So they had to break down his financials and show that his net worth was over $1 million, which makes him technically a millionaire, but he only had like $80,000 in the bank.
What a loser.
Well, what kind of man signs up? What kind of what kind of person who's like killing it in business is signing up to be on a show like that?
I would argue probably a lot. Back in like the 90s and early 2000s.
Oh, this was like
all those
American
shows,
Idol was
all those
huge.
shows came out where it was like, you know, the fucking, there's that one where it's like How to Hit on Women. Remember that fucking weird dude?
As a
the pickup
businessman?
artist.
Pickup artist.
That was
and then,
so
and
That
then
bad.
the
would harm your reputation.
Well, no, there was the pickup artist one, and there was like, and also in sales, one of the biggest lessons you ever learn in sales is fake it until you make it. It's the whole fucking thing. That's like, they're like, just act like you have $1 million. You'll get $1 million every year. I have a friend who's a comic who must have heard that fucking saying in a book, because every day they post, I'm got millions of dollars every single day. And I'm like, no, you don't. You keep posting about it. But she's trying to manifest it. It's just manifestation, but they called it fake it till you make it. This guy was just manifesting it, dude.
Manifestation is akin to retardation.
Okay.
It is the same. I mean, what that is. Sorry, I'm not allowed to use the R word, but like,
you're not wrong. I will say
it is the dumb. Just like work hard. It's you manifesting or making a little board. If that helps you or makes you feel good, go for it.
Still
But if you
stupid.
think that that's all it requires in lieu of the just putting your head down and working hard, then you're.
Yeah, I dated this one girl, and she was beautiful. I'm like, I mean, not really my cup of tea aesthetically, because I don't like the stereotypical beautiful girl. This is like tall, big boobs, skinny, like just model. She modeled and stuff.
Vibes?
Traditionally
Attractive woman, but like probably the most traditionally attractive woman I'd ever dated in my entire life. And she drove a Mini Cooper, and which fits that whole thing. And then we go to her house. I get to her house, and she just says words of affirmation everywhere.
Eat,
dude.
pray, love.
Yeah, these are ones that she made. She has a collage with a vision board, and she's got like two of them, and then she's got one next to her bed. And I go over to her house, and we hook up, and I mean, we were dating, but like, it was her whole house, her whole vibe of this fucking, the vision board, the manifesting and all that stuff threw me off so much that I was like, this is the worst. I couldn't I couldn't perform right. I didn't want to be like the sex was horrible. I hated it. I can't imagine she hated it. We both just have sex, and then we'd be like, okay, that was whatever. And then I broke up with her later, and I told her, I was like, this isn't really working out for me. And then she goes, but I'm hotter than you. So that was pretty fucked up.
That is,
she wasn't wrong.
You made the right choice.
If she
said that to you legit, then you made the right choice already.
I was hotter than you, and I'm like, yeah, that's true, but
would you say, in your experience, women that are more traditionally attractive tend to be lazier in bed?
I will say in that specific situation, yeah, it was all me putting in the work, and of course she hated it because I was a little fatter then, and then she was just laying there, and I was just fucking working and probably just dripping sweat on her ass, and fucking I couldn't have been good for her.
You have to consider their childhood too and how much they were given as a child.
Yeah, that's not what I want to consider.
I'm just saying if they're hot, I'm saying if you're talking about who's better in bed, if they are hot. And they had to and they dealt with trauma and abuse and they had to be people pleasing to survive. Those hot girls are often really put in the work. But if you have a pretty princess that was always taken care of and never worried about trauma and shit growing up, then she's probably pretty. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that emotional shit plays in. I get what you're saying. Yes, a hot girl doesn't have to work as hard for it, but I also think trauma shit plays into how much effort.
Yeah, we're all fucked up. Listen, I got nothing. Yeah, for me, I got nothing against this girl or anybody with their own.
You still had sex with her, by the way.
No.
Whereas women are different.
We were dating. It wasn't like.
I'm saying you were still able to look at the positive affirmations and get hard. Whereas women, I was thinking about this the other day. The men I think are hot to look at, where I look at them and I'm like, oh my god, he's so hot. That is not who turns me on and who I want to hook up with. At all. I think women care more about truly
it's all about that puka.
I will say when I think about who would be my hall pass person, it's someone who I think is good in bed, not who I think is attractive.
Who's your hall pass?
So somebody that I have a very weird attraction to who I don't think is attractive physically.
No,
Does
I want
this
to
make sense?
I want a name.
Yeah, I have the name in my head. It's right there.
Let's hear it.
I was thinking about this week, literally. Hosier? Seems like he would...
Is that even how you say it?
I think that's how you say it. But it's...
The Jesus song?
So I find him unattractive.
Take me to church.
That guy. I find that
guy... I've seen him a couple times.
I find that guy physically... I'm not joking when I say unattractive.
Is he?
I think he would
I think he might be hot.
I think
I don't know for sure, though.
An amazing lay. Does this make sense
to
men?
H-O-Z-I-E-R. Yeah. H-O-Z-I-E-R.
Do men have this equal thing with women? And how do we always end up talking about sex? But
because we're all.
It's
Valentine's Day.
I'll take a wild 6 over a lazy 8 any day.
Okay, do you have an example that could come to mind immediately?
You can't. H-O-Z-I-E-R, I think.
Do you have a celebrity person like this who comes to mind where you're like,
Oh.
I don't think she's
hot?
hot.
That guy's, he's kind of, well, these are all photoed. Let's see if we can get a.
He's not attractive.
You know what would be nice if we could, if Google had a tagged, Instagram, you can see someone's photos of that they are posting, and then they have the tagged photos,
By the way, don't come at me about beauty standards. My point is everyone
he's not ugly, but he's
not my type, is what I'll say. He's not who I look at on a screen and I'm damn.
You're breaking his heart here. He's probably devastated.
Wait,
now.
Who's your hall pass, Andrew?
Brittany Murphy.
That is so...
Now, baby.
Mine would be
so funny.
Ariana Grande.
Oh, really?
So
you want that Pete Davidson?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
That she looks...
What? So let's hear what you're about to say about her.
Wildly young.
Isn't she almost 30?
Yeah, she's age appropriate. She's age appropriate. She just
I don't know.
She's always got the pigtails and the lollipop, and I get that's a sexy thing for men.
What do you mean always? That was one picture.
No, she always has that look.
A lollipop?
She looks like a...
He also likes Britney Spears, who was fucking the dressed as a child. Oh, she was
Yeah,
a child.
Britney Spears
But
kind of has a barfly look going to
The
it.
difference is he was a child. Then.
But also, you don't need a hall pass. I don't need a hall pass because we're just out in the hall, dude.
Yeah.
We're just out in the hall alone.
I don't need a
anyone
hall.
that walks by.
The bell
That could
already
be the hall
rang.
pass,
We are
dude.
headed to the
We're
next
skipping class.
Not trying to
We're
brag,
not- we're
but I don't
done,
need
dude.
a hall pass either because I'm satisfied. But I'm just saying.
So satisfied you'd fucking have sex with this string bean.
Isn't it? I wouldn't because I'm married. But I'm saying this guy
He's your hall pass.
is not attractive to me when I look at him, and I think that's the difference between men and women. Is I can see something in him that I think would be a good physical partner because I feel like he seems like giving. I don't know. It's so
I
silly.
have a very.
I don't think men have that.
No, we do.
I have an
that.
example of.
I have that
what you
with
meant,
women. Kind of anybody who can play music that I'm really into. I have an attraction to.
Would you date the girl? I could see this. I could see y'all together so much. Would you date the girl from Paramore, the lead singer? I could totally see you guys.
Yeah, would I date a fucking millionaire, rich, beautiful lady? Of course.
I'm talking about
but
because of
not.
her-
No, there's
she
so
seems-
many other.
I don't know if she's edgy enough.
She
for you.
seems cool
So
as
many
hell.
other musicians that I find more attractive, funnier, and better music wise. And also, I did just see them not that long ago, and I got to say, she really did not put on a great show.
You said something so on point. He needs someone edgier. I think you're right, but I think that's his downfall.
I have an example of what you're talking about. They're like, who's someone that's not exactly traditionally attractive?
Yes.
That I think so. Like one of the
Monique.
someone who I think is like one of, if not the most beautiful women in the world, is Anna Kendrick. And
Oh.
like she's just kind of known as like the
She's
cute.
you're
cute
wrong.
one, you know,
She's considered so beautiful.
No,
She's
but-
very
no,
hot.
I
So,
know
like-
exactly what
so-
you're saying. She's not considered.
She's got those eyes, man. Her
So-
and Amy Adams with the fucking eyes.
I was getting on the train after the rodeo one year, and there was this girl that looked like Anna Kendrick, and I said, "Oh my God, you look just like." And she goes, "Yeah, I know Anna Kendrick," and I was like, "Why are you saying that? Like it's a bad thing?" And she's like, "Because Anna Kendrick's not hot. Anna Kendrick's just cute. She's the regular girl."
She
And
plays the good girl in all movies.
and I was like, I think Anna Kendrick's the most beautiful woman in the world, and the lady's like face just like lit up, like.
I will say like that
and then
thing.
she ran away.
When men
And then I pulled a
notice-
beer out of my pocket.
when men notice like that kind of thing about a woman who's not like the Pamela Anderson or whatever, I do think that is very rare, and I think women feel that way generally more than men. Like we notice more of that shit off the bat.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I think
It's not wrong or right.
I
it's
think
just-
I think you're generalizing. I don't think you're right, but I get what you're saying. But I myself and a lot of my friends, we've all talked about it. A lot of us go for like a weird. Give us a weird nose or like a weird. We like someone like that looks a little different.
Like an Asian with freckles.
Jeremy,
yeah, I'm gonna be on
Jeremy
that.
loves a schnoz on a lady.
Well, you should get a prosthetic.
An extension.
What if that's her
already-
role play? They're like, hey, will you put on the outfit? You go in the fucking bathroom, you come out. Instead of in lingerie, you just put on a big old Jew
Just
nose.
naked with
You just
bath.
Can you
do
crawl
the
out
old,
of the tunnel?
You just do the old what's his name who just got in trouble for Jew nose in it. Juno is his
Bradley-
name.
Bradley
Juno
Cooper.
is his name.
Bradley
Bradley Cooper.
Cooper.
There you go.
Wait, when did he do this?
In that movie that he was
did
just
a movie
in.
where he was like
They put on a
the
prosthetic.
maestro or whatever.
It was a Jewish guy.
but
they
was
put
he
it on
playing a real life person?
Yeah.
Well, then
maestro. I
Well, Bradley Cooper's already got a big nose, so then they just like
But-
kind of made it a
but
little
his
extra.
the guy's family came out and said that like they were all for it, that they didn't want anybody but Bradley Cooper to play him.
Yeah,
But the backlash was like that they should have got a Jewish person to play him. And
he's
I
not
think
even
that
circumcised.
Stuff, I think that stuff is so
Bradley Cooper's
ridiculous.
not circumcised. So what the fuck?
You know a lot about Bradley Cooper.
I also made that up. So Bradley Cooper's hot. I'd fuck him.
Yeah.
we just got a letter.
Oh shit! Look at that.
All right.
Wait,
It's,
what?
Right now,
We got a
no,
letter.
he's bringing up the letter. he got uncomfortable talking about Bradley Cooper's dick, and he was
No,
like,
it literally
"Let's do a
just
letter."
came in though too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that
it
that
says.
happened.
I'm like.
I think
he's.
he's.
Is
I
this
think
a
he's.
fake thing?
No, he's
No, I got a
posting
letter.
places.
Yeah,
or
I'm
like,
posting places asking for for people to ask questions.
Yeah.
So it says,
How
Pretty
do I
good
get into
producing.
comedy?
Oh
says-
God! If I'm gonna,
Kill
I'll throw
me.
it.
I'll
I'll throw
kill
this at you
myself.
right now.
If anyone asks how to
Wait.
get into comedy, Andrew and I will both kill ourselves.
It
and now
says-
everyone's gonna ask.
it says, it's Valentine's Day, and I think my boyfriend is cheating on me. Every holiday, he makes up an excuse to not be around. What should I do?
Did you get divorced on this day?
I'm not-
Okay.
I think that if your boyfriend is not around every holiday, then he's not your boyfriend. You're probably the side chick.
Yeah, every holiday is a little bit much.
I mean, I literally started this podcast by saying, like, we don't really do, like, New Year's, Valentine's, whatever, because we think it's bullshit. But, like, we're 17 years in and
You've given up hope.
we agree on things. We just don't. It's different. I would say if this is an early year or two relationship, like, that's really weird. But the bigger thing I'm noticing is, like, you clearly feel shitty about it, and that's the most important thing. Like, you haven't talked about it, you haven't come to some agreement about it, you clearly don't feel good. And I'm assuming this is a lady, but girlfriend, guy friend, this is,
Or just friend.
this is shitty if it makes you feel bad. And if you've told him it makes you feel bad and he still doesn't put in the effort, that's even worse. So I would say, yeah, just, like, I know it's not that easy. It's so easy for people who don't know you to be like, just break up. But, like, you know, get into the headspace of thinking about if this is what makes you happy, and then maybe think about what would make you happy, and maybe it's someone else, and it probably is.
Probably Bradley Cooper.
Probably Bradley Cooper's uncircumcised.
I feel
dick.
like as soon as you start to have doubt in a relationship, you might as well just end it.
Yeah. You know what you should do? Just go through
That
his phone. Go
is
through his phone, because that'll solve. You know
Wait
what?
till he's asleep and go through his phone.
Here's the deal. Use
Y'all
his
are
face.
so mentally
Use
ill.
it. Take tape. Open his eyes with tape while he's asleep. That way, you can hold his phone up. It'll unlock the phone using the facial recognition. And then you can go through there and you can see anything you want. And you can just go through there and then you'll find out everything that you didn't want to know. You'll find out that he liked a bunch of people's photos. Or maybe that he sent him a message and said something shitty. Or maybe he's like, I don't know, the girl's really bothering me right now. And then it's all over. You're done.
As soon as I ever get official with the girl, I always give her the password to my phone and tell her, look, if you want to hurt your own feelings, here you go.
Damn.
If
Ruthless.
If you tape,
Ruthless
if
Mike.
you tape your boyfriend's eyes open, can you also do the little tape on the nose?
Yeah.
Too, and then send us
Pig
a photo.
nose.
Don't do anything. Like, don't ever go through someone's phone. It never works out well for you or that person. It'll never work out. I've got my feelings hurt by going through these people's phones. People have gotten their feelings hurt by going through my phone. One time, I dated a girl. She went through my phone. This is good. It's fun. I was asleep. They unlocked it with my face. Pretty impressive. They didn't do the tape thing. I was fucking up with that.
It's so unhealthy.
Oh yeah. Well, we're not together anymore. They're scrolling through. They find a text that they did not like. I was texting a girl about hooking up. Hold on. It was 1 year, so it was in May, and they scroll back far enough where it'd been a year's worth of text. So they looked at May 5th. Thinking it was this year.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de
Nice.
Well, whatever
Nice.
May it was, right?
Nice.
But let's just say May 5th of last year when we weren't together, and they just fucking saw red. They didn't see the 2000 whatever on it. They just saw May 5th of last year. And, well, they didn't know it was last year, so they thought it was like the current thing. And they punched me in the face while I was asleep. And then I woke up and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then they're like, you motherfucker, you're cheating on me. You
Was she
son of a
Hispanic?
bitch." Yes, she
Oh,
was.
yeah.
He
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, you son of a bitch, motherfucker.
On Cinco de Mayo,
And
of all
then-
days,
On the
Mexican
holiest of
Independence
holidays.
And I
Day.
was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, you motherfucker, who's this? Blah, blah, blah. I go, why are you bringing them up? That's crazy. And then I go, look at the date. And they go, May 5th, bitch. And I was like, no, May 5th of 2018, bitch. And then she goes, I'm so sorry. And then, we dated for like 2 more years. So
2 more years, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Nice.
Good stuff.
I will say, like, it is such if you have doubt, just like end it thing. You realize you're describing like the plot of every rom-com, like just a lack of communication, miscommunication, and then they like break up, and then it's like boo-hoo, like come back to me, and they run through an airport and go to the gate.
That doesn't exist in
Like-
real life.
Yeah. And I think that's a
Trust
problem.
me, that was
the rom-coms fucked everyone's up.
No, the problem. So like, I had to deal with this my whole life, right? Like my parents met when they were 16. They got married when they were 19, and they had 3 kids by the age 25. They were together until my dad died, and my mom was literally at his side, did not leave for the 8 weeks that he was in the hospital. My expectations of what love and what marriage is does not exist anymore.
I think the difference is like there are just too many. First of all, there are too many options out there, and then there's the attitude of if there's doubt, just leave. My point is like the doubt and the not communicating is like exactly what they put in every rom-com to like create conflict. But like the truth is, if you just talk about it, like early on in our relationship, I remember Jeremy there was a text situation, and I won't say I was scrolling through the phone, but it was open. It was like
glancing.
before it was locked. And this was early in the relationship, and I saw a text pop up. So I hit the text. I know this girl. This girl was like, he dated a girl who was like a bottle service girl.
This girl was a whore.
She was a bottle service girl in Arizona. So like and we were still clubbing at the time because we met so young. So we were like going out partying in Old Town Scottsdale. And she was at every fucking club we went to. She just was always there. So I see, we won't say her name. I see, let's call her Leah.
Chicken shit.
Leah's text, and she was like, it was like, thank you so much, babe, you're so sweet, to my boyfriend. And
That's
I
not even
look
that
I
bad.
look at the message, and
I get texts like that when I go, I get on the list for the show, and I go, yep, gotcha, and they're like, thanks, babe, you're the best.
Well, and to be fair, it wasn't even that bad. I opened the message chain, and it was her saying like, my grandpa is dying, something really sad and serious. And like now as an adult woman, I'm like, that is sad, and I feel for her. And I even did then. And then he's like, I'm so sorry. Like, if you need anything, let me know. Da-da-da. Like, he was being just very sweet to her and, like, responding with empathy to her grandfather dying. And she said, she called him babe. He did not call her babe. But she was like, thanks, babe. That's so sweet. And I remember, like, freaking the fuck out. But the solution was, like, we talked about it. I told him I was jealous. I told him I was upset. I told him, like, I get that that's really sad what happened to her, but she can go to her friends. She can go to her new boyfriend. She can go to her whatever. It is no longer your responsibility, since you're not in a relationship, to comfort this woman. He totally understood where I was coming from. We had a really shitty day or two. We talked about it and moved on. So I don't think when you have doubts, like if you care about someone, just fucking communicate. If they don't know how to communicate, then move on. But like if you just have doubts, talk about those doubts.
Well, after this, I think that your husband is still sleeping with her. So
yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting.
That's what I'm getting.
She is married in California with children.
Wow.
And
that's never stopped anybody.
Best of luck
if
to
I
you,
know
Leah.
your husband, which I don't, he's
but
definitely
I do think that
her.
this girl should like say to her boyfriend that it makes her sad.
Yeah, you got to confront. You didn't give us enough info, really, which is kind of the trend.
But
on
if
these
you've
things.
already talked about this and he's not, anybody that doesn't care about how they are making you feel. And by the way, sometimes your feelings are not logical and irrational, and
especially if you're a woman.
Just
kidding.
But like, you should still say your feelings, and anybody who's like respects you and you respect them will put you in your place, and you put them in their place, and you fucking talk about it.
Yeah,
you heard it from Jamie, folks. Put women in their place.
Yep, that's it.
Put each other.
Yeah,
we're not. I think we're equal. Equal means equal treatment.
We don't have enough info, but if it's every fucking holiday, you're probably in trouble. Or, maybe he just doesn't like you that much. I'm saying, if you said, hey, I want you to come to Christmas with me, and then you don't, then
you guys don't think it's possible that she's the side chick?
No, I'm saying it could be.
I'm saying she could be the side chick, but like, if you're the side chick, is it just me? Like, in the modern day and age with like, there's so much more. I'm such a good like social media, like I can find so much about so many people. You're telling me you can't find other red flags to figure out more details about what this bro is doing when you're not around, you can find out.
You're saying you should internet stalk him until you figure out if he's cheating?
I'm saying if you...
Yes.
That's basically...
I'm saying
We got to wrap this up.
Both. Communicate and do your due diligence, ladies. Look shit up.
That's
all
funny.
right. That's
Stalk
our
him.
time. Final words, Andrew.
Well, follow me at No Youngblood.
We got to talk about... Next time, we got to talk about your weekend. Your comedy weekend.
Well, that's okay. We'll talk about it next time. That's
all right.
fine. Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. Follow me at the Jamie Rowan, like right there on my nameplate.
This is February 22nd. I'm doing a live Trash Flavor Trash with my best friend Zad Devji. Please come out. It's going to be a once in a while thing. So he'll be in town. It's going to be a star-studded lineup. A lot of people here.
That is such a
some
special
secret
treat.
guests. Very excited for it. And we're recording, so that's going to be cool for some cool things. And then, of course, March 28th, please come out to watch my special. Not March 28th. I'm an idiot.
You don't need to come out.
Yeah, I know. You can just watch it on TV. Well, I'm doing a live thing, so please watch it live. I'll be on there with Mark. We're going to be talking to you guys and doing a whole bunch of things. And then that weekend, March 29th and 30th, I will be in somewhere in Arkansas. And in Tennessee, Memphis, I think.
Just
Memphis
say
and
follow
Arkansas.
me. He posts on
Yeah, I
at
post
No
all my
Youngblood.
shit all the time. At No Youngblood, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I got dates to do. And then Tokyo, I'll be there April 14th through the 28th doing some shows throughout. So please
To
pay
all of our
attention.
Japanese friends.
Yes.
March 8th, I'll be at the
Don't do-
Riot competing in the
Look
the
at
roast
that.
battle.
Hey,
I like it.
watch Mike. He's a great writer. Watch him roast who? Do you know who you're roasting?
I'm going against Big Baby Green.
Hey, also
There
a
you go.
great
Yeah,
writer.
that's
That'll
gonna
be
be
a
a tough
good one.
one.
Yeah.
He's
It's going to be a lot of fat jokes.
He's got that black swag, dude.
Yeah, and he
I know,
doesn't
it's-
write, I think. I think everything he does
Nah,
is
he's
off the dome.
well, yeah, he's good. If you write for him, I think, yeah, you better just have a lot loaded. That guy's
I'm
good.
ready. I am so ready to go. You don't
Yeah,
even know.
it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Happy
Well,
Valentine's Day.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.